Hey guys, it's YBTHEMC.
And I'm Evie B.
Today we're going to be discussing Apple.
And we're going to be talking about their game elements from their keynote. So without further ado, let's get started.
So let's get started. Apple. Woo.
Jumping into the gaming sector. I mean, iOS has always had games in the past, and we've seen that they've been doing more curating on their app to make sure that games come into the forefront. They've got reviews on games, they've got editors who's always doing their top choices, but now they're delivering Apple Arcade.
Woo.
This is big, this is huge. Why? Because just recently, or should I say last week, Google jumped into that space with Stadia. And this is their streaming service for more high-end gaming.
Yeah.
And then a week before that, we had Xbox showing xCloud and their streaming strategy. So who are we waiting for now to put their hat into their penny into the hat?
Before we even get to that, I just want to know how this is going to play out for all these big companies in the long run. The competition amongst them all. Not gonna lie, as a gamer, I'm loving it all.
Absolutely, because we're the beneficiaries of this. As gamers, you should want more choice, but who's gonna win? This is unique. I mean, on my Twitter feed, I did a poll on there, and I was like, Is streaming gaming going to overtake traditional core gaming? To console gaming, is streaming going to eliminate box product? And unanimously, it seems to be that box product's going to be winning, because obviously that's what people are voting for at this moment. But who knows? This stuff may change in the future.
Yes. You never know where all of this is going to take us amongst the future with the VR system. Is the arcade going to include that? We don't know. Apple Arcade could eventually
support that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
We still don't know what the business model on Apple Arcade is yet. I don't think they've released pricing as of now, but they are saying it's coming this fall, and it's a focus. If Apple are now being more focused on this, obviously there's a movement towards gaming from all of these industries.
I couldn't agree with you more. And speaking about pricing leads us to our next topic. Apple Pay is advancing with Apple Credit Card.
Credit Card. And some of the features that you can see here. I mean, we're here in the UK, and obviously they haven't announced that this is even going to be coming to the UK.
Unfortunately.
But you know that this is a strategic alignment to what they want to be doing for film, for music, and for games.
Yes, amazing.
So this is, like I said, this focus on gaming. Apple's got competition. But they recognize that they got competition. They jumped into this space. A lot of people didn't think Apple was going to jump into this space, and they've come with exclusive games. They're announcing that they've got studios backing them to the hill. So Apple Arcade is a something. It's an anomaly at this moment, but it's definitely something in the gaming space that we all have to take notice of.
Most definitely. They never came to play, they came to conquer.
They
came with a lot of things. Not only are they doing Apple Arcade, Apple Pay advanced with Apple Credit Card. Not only is the credit card great, but it's titanium. Come on, they're trying to come with the look.
You know I'm getting that card. I'm going to get the card because it's titanium.
Unfortunately for us who live in the UK, I don't think we'll be getting it till next year.
It
might be next year.
We're always a year behind.
Always. But for anyone who's living in the United States, lucky you guys, enjoy it and tell us how it is.
So Apple now, being in this space, will now have to work out how are they going to expand in this space with the competition that's arriving around the same time. You've got Stadia that's coming out this year. You've got xCloud that I think may come out this year, maybe early next year. Sony hasn't put or even announced what they're doing on the cloud service, even though we know they've got Gaikai. So this is a lot of competition from a lot of big players.
As a gamer,
Sony's got their own studio, so we know that they can deliver first party content that's AAA. Microsoft have their own studios, but you know that they're gonna tie up big game contracts. Google have already announced that they're going to tie up big game contracts, and they'll have more at probably E3 launching sometime around September, October. So That's going to be a tough space, and that's going to come out around the same time as Apple's arcade. And I'm guessing that Apple is betting big on the idea of mobile users. And this is an interesting thing. I know I'm taking up too much of this time, but I think this is a big statement. If Apple's going for the mobile users, because how many mobile users are there? Over 2 billion mobile users. But what Google's strategy is saying is that there's over 2 billion web users. Woo. So this is like a clash of ideas here.
I think both are going to prevail. Both are going to succeed. And I just love, as a gamer, the options which are going to be available in the short run. Because time goes quick. And once this arrives, it's going to be huge.
So do you think that Apple Arcade is going to stay with Apple iOS? Or do you think, like the announcement of the Apple TV Plus, which you thought was going to be just for Apple, is now turning out to be on Samsung, on pretty much every device out there? So
personally, I wouldn't be surprised. I was very, very, very shocked when Apple said their TV is going to expand upon using it on the Samsung platforms. I would have thought they're trying to keep it
in their own ecosystem.
But I'm happy Apple's trying to expand, and I won't be surprised if the Apple Arcade is not just for the iOS,
not just for the iOS,
but for the Android as well.
Yeah.
And as I'll be happy, because hey, how many people are using Android? Right?
Yeah.
So it's good to share. It'll be great to share, especially what Apple Arcade is providing. Quality. And with mobile technology constantly evolving. I mean, both Apple and Google, they seem to be going head and head. Android versus iOS, web versus mobile. It seems to be very, very, very big opportunity for both companies to deliver in that space. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, and we'll be reporting on that definitely
as it starts to evolve.
100%. But just to bring our attention back to Apple and what we saw, Apple Arcade, the games which were revealed, some of that footage. What was your first thoughts?
I thought they did really, really well. I saw some games that they said were exclusive, and I thought, I think that might be still coming out on other platforms, like the Sega racing game.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but I don't know. I saw quite a few mobile-ish games, but also saw some games that really did look like console indie, some really good indie quality games, but I saw some games that were promising.
Yeah, I did as well.
It's all about what the value proposition of arcade is. You pay a subscription, you get these games for free. Well, not so much free. You pay the subscription, you get the games.
Yeah, you get a bundle.
You get the bundle, yeah. And it seems more like a Netflixy style way of getting these games. You notice that model seems to be.
I can't complain. I love it. Yeah,
that model seems to be going around, because we're assuming that when Google does Stadia, they're going to have a Netflixy model.
People love options.
Yeah. So in this instance, and then with one of the other criteria that they were stating was that there would be no in-app purchasing. You just, you get this model, you play the games that are inside it. So obviously,
great, fantastic. I like it. Yeah. I'm loving it.
It's an amazing proposition, and I think based on this keynote presentation, it was all about value propositions.
Yeah.
And so maybe that may be the new play, like battlefield for whatever games they're going to be bringing to market. So value proposition may be the top agenda for what it is that they're going to be marketing. Not just Apple, but every other company as well.
That's true.
I find that Apple is going to definitely have competition in this space. And I think that they have prepared very well.
They got the bullets, they got the ammo. Hey, if people are coming, be ready to battle. But from a gamer perspective, with the games which I personally saw, first thing that stood out for me was the colors, the theme, quality. I'm thankful that Apple actually delivered on this, right? As a mobile gamer, well, I'm not much of a mobile gamer, but we do often play on mobile. I do play games on our mobile.
I do, and I do play a lot of puzzle games on my mobile, but I do like to play some core games. Fortnite on my mobile is something that I do indulge in.
Big fan base.
Big fan base, and I do indulge in some Fortnite on my mobile. And I think Apple is looking at that looking at trying to get quality games, not just quantity. They're really trying to narrow down that quality, and if they can get that Netflix model working on Apple Arcade, That could be a game changer for them.
Yes, that could. I really loved it. I'm someone who owns a Switch. We both do,
Yeah,
right?
we do own a
And to
Switch.
have the quality which we have on the Switch, we can have on our mobile. With our mobile gaming, there was one game which actually reminded me of The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And it's
Which you
in
can
the
see
back,
in this
yeah.
clip now, yeah.
Look at the colours, right?
It did have a kind of Legend of Zelda
It
feel
did,
to it.
which I can't wait to play. And yeah, I mean, Apple, well done. I'm happy you guys are coming through with this, and hopefully we would be able to play on all our mobiles, right? And it wouldn't just be
an Apple exclusive.
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm an Apple user, but
Myself
I do
also,
believe
yeah.
that Android users should have this as well, and it should try to reach the widest and broadest audience
Of course,
possible.
sharing is caring, and hopefully Apple sees it that way.
So what did you think about this video? What did you think about the conference? Did you think Apple is now or future-wise going to be a major force in the gaming space? Leave your comments down in the comment section below. We would love to know what you think
Of course.
of what the future of gaming is going to be.
Yeah, your comments mean the world to us. We would love to interact with you guys. And if you haven't already, please press subscribe to FVB's channel and my own YBTHEMC.
That's
Don't
right.
forget the little bell. Ding, 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 ding. I'm YBTHEMC,
I'm FVB.
and we're signing out.